Albert Fish is known for being one of the most vile pedophiles of all time. He molested over 400 children.
Albert Fish was born on May 19, 1870, in Washington, D.C., into a family that had a long history of mental illness. His parents abandoned him at a young age, and he was sent to an orphanage. This orphanage is where he learned to do horrible things. He had very little formal education and grew up learning to work more with his hands than his brain.
He relocated to New York City, and then that's when his crimes began. Fish lured children away and tortured them in various ways, including using a paddle laced with sharp nails, often ending up murdering and cannibalizing the young children.
He got married in 1898. The children led average lives until 1917 when his wife ran away with another man and left them nothing. It was at that time that the children recalled Fish would ask them to participate in his sick games. One of the games included the paddle with the nails, and he would make them beat him until blood ran down his legs. He also found enjoyment from pushing needles deep into his skin.
He moved around a lot and learned how to paint houses. Fish spent most of his time writing letters. He would go into graphic details of sexual acts he would like to share with women.
He went to the Budd house one afternoon for lunch as their guest. He saw their little daughter, Gracie, and he explained to the family that he had to attend a children's birthday party and that he should take Gracie with him, and he'll drop her off later. That is far from what he did. He took her to an abandoned house. He left her outside, went upstairs to one of the bedrooms, stripped naked so he wouldn't get blood on his clothes. He called her up, and when she saw him naked, she tried to run, but she couldn't. He strangled her to death, cut her up, and cannibalized her.
The Grace Budd case went on for 6 years before detectives received any break in the case. Miss Budd received an anonymous letter with details about the empty house her daughter was in New York. Also in the letter described how Grace Budd was murdered. Fingerprints on the letter traced back to Albert Fish.
When he was interrogated, he admitted immediately. He also said that he always loved inflicting pain on others and having others inflict pain on him. He always loved everything that included pain. On March 11, 1935, Fish's trial began. He pled innocent by the reason of insanity. Psychologists also said that he was insane, but they had to execute him anyways. When he was executed, he looked at it as the ultimate sexual thrill, and later that day he was killed.
The end.